Hey guys, it's me, Jeffrey here. Not as you can see this. I'm just gonna get to the point on this one. As you can tell by the title, this is not going to be one of my traditional comic book videos, but But if you do also remember that I'll only talk about political stuff when I deem it necessary. It's not going to be a very common thing, and and really this is just one of those times, and it's going to be really about, as you can tell from this day, that it's about the Trump parade that happened today, where and really it's just going to be my whole thoughts on this situation, and there might be some comparisons. I honestly don't know what I'm going to title this one, but we'll see. And so with that out of the way, well, for this one, it just for my thoughts on the whole Trump rate thing. It's really kind of a mixture of emotions for me. Like it's fun. It's kind of funny in a more ironic sense, and at the same time, very disappointed. And and also that sense, like, and I like it's not even that it's making me angry. It's just kind of disappointing because he how why it's disappointing to me is really the hypocrisy of it, where people say that, oh, it's violent with the whole with comparison of other protests. Like people say that, oh, they're peaceful protesting, but in this sense, like this really wasn't peaceful protesting at all. This really was kind of like a declaration of war, and not in the sense of like a good thing, because you can go through a declaration of war in the sense of it being peacefully, where you would only go to war in the like defensive way. Think of and really, how can I really think about this? Is real without bringing like the whole race war thing, because I believe that the whole race war thing is overall stupid. To me, war is just war. That's the simple fact of it. And really, how can I put this into terms? It's kind of like where it's kind of like with if someone were to tell me like, hey, if someone was bothering me, for example, I were and they were to say, and they would just keep bothering me, like, that I'm actually a nice guy. But let's say hypothetically, like I'm a baby and someone keeps bothering me. We're in two high tables, high chairs, and they're like very high, and 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 really someone says, "Hey, you better stop that, or something bad is gonna happen to you," and that person or keeps on bothering me, like pushing around and making fun of me, some stuff like that. and then I push the person off his high table. Then he lands on a marble floor, and all you hear is splat, and his face all of a sudden is all bleeding and stuff like that. Gets a black tooth, and he gets upset by that, and says that, oh, he messed me up and yada yada. But at the same time, it's like you kind of deserved it because you kept bothering him. Like, that's really kind of the situation where I'm talking about, like, you can have war in a more peaceful manner, but where it's like more of self-defense. But for this, it was just like a full-on frontal assault. Like, we're gonna like some straight up Cobra Kai stuff where they are just going to strike first and strike hard. Like, really, that was really, like, we can all say that that was messed up. Okay, that was just straight up messed up. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Like, really, it's just messed up with everything that happened. Where at the point like, you people will probably be saying, oh, you could have done this, they could have done this better, or they didn't need to do that. Where was the police when this happened? Well, here's the thing: on Twitter, you can actually find this video where someone actually took the video of it, where the police actually let them in. They actually let them in into the Capitol building, and it made which then made a domino effect that made them take hostages and all that. You may think I'm exaggerating, but no, that actually did happen. And it's just really stupid. Like, it's how they could have done things better. Like, they didn't need to do, like, they went above and beyond, like, using pipe bombs. Like, they were actually using pipe bombs in the whole situation. And you're probably thinking, oh, that's crazy. No, that's actually on the news too. That's actually on the news as well. And it's just, and really, like I said, it's like I tweeted out from New Year's Eve that 2020, if 2020 has taught us anything, the decade between 2020 and 2030 is going to be a crazy decade. And as of right now, like, it's like I've been proven right. Like, and for those who are saying, like, oh, well, how worse can it get? Like, really, like, this is how worse it can get. Like, this is really going to be, now that I think about it, this might be a comparison video, because this is the only way I can do it without comparing to another race or something like that. Okay, so with this, yeah, this is basically gonna be it. With the Snyder Cut movement, you had a campaign that was built on hope, like a campaign that was built on hope to see a movie, really not just to see a movie, but an entire universe. But and really just don't pay attention to the whole movie thing. This is going to be strictly on the words hope and hate, because where because this is basically what it is. Like the the people who support Trump are really in this campaign that of hate, because to me, and this is at least what I see in it. Like this not might not be what you see in it, but it's what I see in it. So, like this whole Trump campaign and the what the Trump supporters have been doing is just been a focus on really negative emotions like hate, envy, rage, and all of that. But for for the Snyder Cut campaign, it was really built on hope and love and there's something bright. Well, it seems like, well, and if you're gonna say like, oh, the Snyder Cut movement is being negative also and all that with the whole Ray Fisher situation. Well, here's the thing, like we are being, here's the thing, like we're being and I'm just going off of today because today is basically it. So for today, what they did was, because I'm not gonna be, because, and I'm not, and for those who actually do follow the Snyder movement and say like, oh, why didn't you talk about the ad campaigns for suicide prevention? Look, I respect that, but to get to my actual point, I'm going to have to just focus on today and the 2 points that I'm going to make. So today, like, what the difference is for today is that is that they is that we did a Twitter campaign for supporting Ray Fisher because we actually do love Ray Fisher. Like we don't hate WB or Warner Media. We just want them to be better. We don't to and we don't go out of our way, and really that campaign for was hashtag Ray Fisher is our cyborg, and that's and really like with Ray Fisher is our cyborg, that's us showing our support for him and saying that hey, we want you to keep Ray Fisher as cyborg and all that. So then, so really, that was really just a campaign that was made for love. And I know that I sound very cheesy, but that's the truth. Like we didn't like. If we wanted, we could have barged in to Warner Brothers headquarters and raided them and all that, but we didn't. We just wanted to voice our opinion. We just voiced our opinion on Ray Fisher being our cyborg, and we want him to, and we want you to do that. Like, that's all we did. We did not storm WB and take them hostage and all that. We did not we did not make hate into a weapon. We did it out of love and compassion for someone, and we want them to succeed. And I know people who are probably going to be sending this to people that are not Snyder supporters, say that, oh, what about the beginning where they went to WB headquarters and all that. Well, that's the thing. Really, here's the detail on that. Yeah, they went to WB headquarters. That's a fact. But it was them in cosplay and them taking a photo with a banner saying hashtag release the Snyder Cut. That was them saying that, hey, we're just saying that we want WB to succeed and we want to see Zack's vision, so release the Snyder Cut. And for politics, it's just like I said, like a whole belief system of hate where we where it's just so where Trump where I'm not even no you know what I'm not even gonna mention him with Trump supporters they just resonate with hate, with not only passion but hate, and that's a really bad combo because you know that if people are coming in planning to raid a government, a type of building, a headquarters or some important building, you know that is them going all in, and that is just really sad to see, but also really disappointed because this is one of the times where I really do hate that I was right, because I really do have because really and that because Enosh and I actually did talk about this where I do pay attention to the positive and all that. But that's and really to Enosh Poindexter Lounge, like, yeah, I did say that, but it's like I don't live under a rock. It's just that I really do have hope for a brighter future. And that's really the problem where people don't have that uh, people don't have that type of optimism. Like, it's okay for you to have a disagreement, but where you take it to the extreme of you bringing in pipe bombs, planning on bombing the Senate building or planning to kill people, period. Like, that is just something that I can't ignore. Like, it's pretty much like Zach said, who like that Zach said, where he said that where someone was interviewing him for 300. It's like I don't live under a rock. Like, it's a cool idea that you think about it like that, but it's like I don't. But really, it's like I don't really pay attention to the politics of it. Like, that's really and really I believe that's really why I believe that politics is just such a bad thing to pay attention to, because it can really lead to a time, and it really does feel that way, where no lives matter, because he because we're always fighting each other, but at the same time it's like when we're fighting each other, it's at the point where no lives matter at this point. So yeah, and really to take it home, like, I really want you guys to think about this. If you were in that position, if you were in that, and I'm actually talking to the people who were actually in the riot, in the riot, the attack on the in the Capitol building. I'm actually talking to you guys right now. You guys are there. Do you think you succeeded in anything? And I mean anything in the right way. That is my question to you. So, yeah, that's the video, guys. And I really do hope I gave you something to really think about. And like I said, this whole political video thing, like I said, is not going to be like a main thing on my channel. It's only going to be something that I only deem is necessary. If it's something I deem necessary that is worth talking about, then I'm going to be talking about that political thing. But if it's something very small or something that I deem isn't necessary to talk about, then I'll just leave it be. So, yeah. See you in the next one, guys. Peace.